Great. If we could just and back and and I hope they can accelerate it so good. I just had to just feel so listen, the mic was every Tuesday night. Accreditation Accelerator has been, I don't know if you saw the post earlier, to allow you an opportunity to come in and just witness the fact that you missed it. However, you missed it with. Now, while I'm sharing a little bit with you, I'm actually going to put a few pages of the book up here. I'm going to share with you exactly what's inside this book. So you might as well go ahead and get your phone together. If you don't have your phone, you're watching this on the computer, go ahead and save this video. Which is a peek inside what those who are tonight, and those who are tonight, those who have never been, you get to see exactly what they're looking at and use a tool that is helping them become nationally accredited. And I am so excited. I am excited. On today, two local programs found out that they are nationally accredited. That is going to open up so many doors for them when it comes to what they are doing. And I want you to become nationally accredited with them. You had one program that had me there with them all day. Another program, they went full force by themselves. Yes, Miss Melody was not there. They showed up and showed out. And I am so excited, which is one of the reasons why I'm sharing this guidebook with you, that with or without the help, knowing that you can do it. But it is so much better when you realize that you don't have to do it by yourself. You do not have to do it by yourself, which is one of the reasons why tonight during our session, we talked about staff development. We talked about your staff because when you're becoming nationally accredited, if I had a circle, just like the ECE circle time circle, if I had a circle, 65% of what happens to help you to become nationally accredited is based off of what is going on in the classroom. I'm gonna say that one more time, just in case it was a little glitch. If we're looking at your accreditation day, we're looking at beyond your accreditation day. We're looking at the whole gamut, GAMMET, looking at the whole gamut of what it takes for you to become and maintain a high quality program. 65% of the effort is what happens in the classroom. And that's one of the reasons why I'm like, listen, honey, money is in the classroom. Not saying that you're in this to get rich, but in order to be able to continue to serve the people, continue to serve the children, the families, and the communities, You have to look at one of your most precious commodity is the staff. You don't have enough staff, baby, your business is not going to be open. So it is so important for you to be able to have the tools that you can use. So if you are not on your cell phone where you can screenshot, save this video, go ahead and get ready. Pull out your coffee. I'm only going to be with you for a few moments. Okay, y'all? Go ahead and get yourself together. Let everybody know that Miss Melody is giving a sneak peek into the book and why she's still up at 9 o'clock at night talking about let's get to it. So I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so this is what over here, we cat corner is the table, but bring them closer towards this way. Take the carpet off of this rug and put it over here. So then they have circles on that wall. Turn the shelf around so they can have images and all that stuff. Right in the corner, do not play. Rock, everything there, this and that. And then over here, in sensory, whatever, and then art, or sensory, one is I'm in. You're not adding. Wait a minute. She said you're not adding anything before or after. Or after. I'm in. Yes, baby. I am it. I am it, and I want y'all to be it right along with me because you are it. You're doing something that I cannot do. You're doing something that I love to do, but I've been commissioned in this season of my life to do it completely different. And the way that I do it completely different is to be able to provide resources and tools and guides for you all. So I told you, go ahead. Oh, Lord. Oh, the chest is popping. I'm sharing my notes with you. Okay. So you know what? I want to do the other. Let me share a different way. I want to share it a different way. I want to do a share screen. Okay. I am going to do it from the shared screen version. All right, y'all. So when I am working with teams, I am a really eclectic person. I'm a person that wants to engage and in engaging with your staff, engaging with your team, you need to, especially if you're a coach, especially if you're a leader, especially if you're considering, okay, how do I connect with my staff? As it is with your lesson plan in your classrooms, you need to have an overarching goal. You need to have an objective of what it is that you want to do. So let me go back. Let me go back. So tonight we talked about staff development. It is chapter 3. So when you receive your book, go to ececircletime.com, ECE /shop. Let me, as a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and put this information on there to order your copy. Visit. I wasn't even thinking about this, but I'm going to give it to y'all. www.ececircletime. And as a matter of fact, for those of you who order tonight, or I give you tomorrow, if you need to, message me. The book is on the website for $4.97. You message me directly. I'm going to have the book for you for $200 off. The next 24 hours. The next 24 hours, screenshot this for $200 off. Let me dip 1 second. So instead of paying the $4.97, you're going to get all this value for $297 for the next 24 hours. So every week, when we come together as a community, it's not recorded, and it's not recorded because we share valuable information. It's not recorded because I said it's not going to be recorded, so you have to be there. And tonight, if we're not there, you missed it. So just make sure you have on notifications because I might invite you all again to join us. So let's go ahead and jump into it real quick. Chapter 3 is staff training and professional development. Yes, I said what I said is copyright information. But when you are starting off with your team with any type of information that you're going to share with them, I want you to think of these same questions where I have pre-chapter questions, um, pre-chapter 3 questions. I need for you to jog in your mind. Don't just think that, oh, Miss Melody is just gonna give us everything and this is going to be it. You have to remember that using this guidebook, this goes over 8 different accreditation bodies. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. I'm saying that again so that you'll understand that there's more than one national accreditation body. And I want you to make sure that you pick the one that is best for your business, not the one that's most known or not even the most known unknown, but you need to pick what is in alignment. That might be our word for tonight. You need to pick what is in alignment with your program. Not being funny, not being facetious. Some programs or what you see right now may not be where you need to start. I'm going to say that again. Depending on where you are in your business, I'm going to stop sharing just so I can make sure that you see me eye to eye. Where you are, thank you, thank you, thank you. Where you are in your business or what you may see your friends and your cousins may not be where you need to or where you desire to be. Yes, yes, Commissioner, it's all about alignment. It's about alignment. You have to pick the program that works best for you. And so in this book, this guidebook, it goes over the information for all 8 different accreditation bodies. Now, if you use this book, regardless of wherever you may go, the difference of after using this book is deciding which one that we're going to be able to obtain that's going to be the least amount of effort. Yes, I said it. Program quality and accreditation, it is a continuum. And if nobody's told you, you can be accredited by more than one accreditation body. Oh, baby, I wish I had a horn. You can be accredited, nationally accredited by more than one accreditation body. So please don't put yourself in a box that says that, oh, well, all of my lead teachers are majority. One accreditation body states that majority is at least 51%. Majority of your lead teachers have an associate degree. Okay, well, you might be in that season where you don't have staff that meet that education requirement. But just because they don't meet that education requirement doesn't mean that you don't have a high quality program. So you may have to go with the accreditation body that says that, hey, if you have at least one lead supervising teacher with a CDA for the age group, you can become accredited. This is this is one of the reasons why I am sometimes passionate, persistent, but productive, and want to give you the paperwork because accreditation is accreditation, whether you are NACE, NEC, BNEC, or anybody else. So today, as I was sharing with you on tonight, we talked about staff development. With your staff development, we also went over how to ensure that you are setting up your success and adding professional development into your budget. So here's one quick thing I want us to really look at, and that is number 2. Here's my question. Number 2, right here on your pre-chapter questions, is how do you believe consistent staff training can impact the quality and education provided to children and families? That's the question. Before you go in the book and start looking for the sheet that you can put up on the wall, stop. Do not just purchase the book and say, oh, okay, I got access to some of these papers. I'm gonna put them up on the wall. It's not going to do you any good if you do not have your how. We know why you may want to become accredited. Why is going to help you to receive extra funding. Why? Because you'll be able to receive military children. Why? Because you're going to increase the rating on your quality improvement system. Why? Because you want to stand out amongst your peers and or, for lack of better words, competitors. So there are lots of whys, but the key thing that you have to also get in your head and in your heart is the how. How am I going to become a nationally accredited program? How am I going to take my team from being mediocre to being the best that they can be? And that is with some of these pre chapter questions. So, number two, I want you to think about it. How do you believe consistent staff training can impact the quality of care and education provided? This one's number two, to children and families. So let's scale back. Remember, I stated that if we put your whole entire accreditation process, we put your whole entire program, knowing that the money is in the classroom, 65% of what happens is based off of that classroom. So your training and your professional development is important because the verifier, they're coming to look inside the room. Getting the paperwork together, that's relatively easy. It can be tedious, especially if you don't have everything that you would need. And this book, this guidebook, is a great way so that you can begin to measure not just one particular accreditation body, but measure on how you align up with at least eight. So if you know that you're aligning well and you say, okay, well, Miss Melody, I got what you said. All right, but my staff for this, my staff for that, that's usually the holdup. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. Staff qualifications, that training development is usually the catalyst from which what keeps you from becoming accredited. Getting the paperwork, getting your process and your procedures together is great. But if you don't have a plan for your team, if you don't say, okay, we're going to provide some engaging people to come and provide training, it's not going to work. So, looking at why it is important, it's the catalyst for you to be able to win and to be able to become nationally accredited. If you do not have staff trained out the gate for what's most important for your business, what's most important for children and families, it's going to flop. We have to, when you're looking at becoming accredited, what are the needs of your program? Are you doing evaluations? Are you giving feedback to your evaluations? Are you doing formal classroom observations? And if you haven't done that, when you work with us, that's what you're going to get. So when we talk about your training needs and assessments, you see right here on the page, the to your left. These are, I wish I could make it, hold on, I may be able to make it a little bit bigger for you. Let me see. Uh, no, I'm sorry, I can't make it bigger for you. So go to the website, order the book. So your training needs assessments. Once you've picked out your accreditation body, you need to look at how many hours they want your staff to have, the different particular type of training. You're going to have to prove and show an evaluation. You're going to have to prove and show that you've done some type of observation. You're going to have to be able to prove and show your training certificates. And please understand that in order to become a nationally accredited program, You can also use the training that you have for your staff meetings. Baby, let me get me a little horn on here. Let me get me a little horn or something so I can make sure that y'all are still up. I am horn sound. That's what I'm typing in the computer. Horn sound. Because yeah, you can use you can use it is. I'm playing again. I'm playing again. You don't have to have some extensive and over the top training. The training that you have with your staff development, your staff meetings. You know you can use that, right? You can use that. But the only way that you're going to be able to use that is you're going to have an agenda. You're going to have to itemize what you're talking about. So if you have a staff training and you're talking about the diapering process, and you're in your staff meeting for 45 minutes to an hour, you can use that to go towards your accreditation. Okay, I didn't know if you knew that. So I wanted you to know that because you're going to have to prove that you are doing it and or you have a process in place to get it done. And when you don't have a process in place to get it done, and especially if this is your first time, then you're going to need to have a guide on what does that look like? What does it look like? You're going to find it, what it looked like right there. So your next thing that we have to, as I stated, you're going to need to look at your staff qualifications. Each accreditation body requires something different for the lead teachers. Specifically, as I stated to you, there's one accreditation body that says at least majority of your staff, your lead teachers, need to have an associate's degree. I almost said something, I had to catch myself. Then there's one accreditation body to where if you had 5 infant toddler classrooms, but you have one main supervising teacher that has a CDA, Child Development Associate Credential, or if they have a CCP, Child Certified Child Care Professional, or if your state has a formal amount of hours or credits that they look at, you could use that. So I don't want you to get caught up on if I'm not a part of the most known unknown or most known organization, my accreditation is nothing. You don't do that to yourself because accreditation is about a continuum, a quality continuum. And again, you can be accredited by more than one organization. I know you got into business not to just be in it for 60 days. So that means that if you want to have all, well, you can't have all 8 because you have one accreditation body that's specifically for homes. You have accreditation body that is based off of religious beliefs. You also have an accreditation body that is based off of philosophical beliefs. So there's a gamut of different organizations that you can be a part of, but you got to find the one that works best for you. So when we're talking about your staff development and your continuing education, there's one particular accreditation body, and I know you're like, well, Miss Melody, why don't you just say which one it is? No, I'm not going to tell you specifically which one it is, because even though I know the information, those organizations have a right to, if they wake up tomorrow and they say they want to change the credentials and whatever, that's their right. It's their business. As one of the members said today in our session, sometimes you have to pay to play. She stated, quote unquote, that she in her state, she wanted that gold star recognition. And so there were some things that were different that she had to do for her state that she had to go to bat for. And because she's an advocate, even her state are looking at some of the accreditation items and they are changing, not to put undue stress onto child care providers or early education, but to look at what's best for children. So, as I was stating, there's one particular accreditation body that after you become accredited, they're not so gung ho caught up on you got to have 500 hours to maintain your accreditation. All of them, for the lack of better words, they are looking at after you become accredited, are you making the infant and toddler teacher take preschool training? Please stop. Stop doing that. Okay. I want you to look at the training needs and assessment of your staff. Why are you making the janitor take bus driving training if they don't have if they don't have a license to drive the bus? Like it is that, it's that specific. There's an accreditation body that says, okay, it's nice that you got substitute teachers. It's nice that you got the drivers and everybody trained, but they're not looking at them. They're looking at the training hours for the position of those who provide direct care for children. And when they're looking at those hours for those who provide direct care for children, are you having them take the training that they need? Okay, let me go a little bit deeper. But before I go a little bit deeper, I'm gonna stop for a second. Come on, Commissioner. You have to pay to stay. So it is important for you to be able to know exactly that particular accreditation body that you're going to use. So y'all, let me pause for the cause for one hot second. I'm gonna wet my whistle. I said I wasn't gonna be here for you before you long. I feel like I'm preaching. I ain't been here in a minute. I ain't seen y'all in a minute. I'm kind of excited. But baby, I've been busy. I've been busy. So give me one moment. I'll be right. I'm breaking them down, y'all. I'm breaking them down. I'm breaking them on down. Breaking them on down. Yes, I am. I'm breaking them on down. Breaking them on down. I'm breaking them down. And it's in color. Yes, it's in color. Oh, I'm sorry. I gave them one. Oh, these are beautiful. Thank you. Yes. What in the world? This looks good too. Oh, this is heavy. Oh, wow. And then this is just book. But remember, this is what you permanently keep. This is what we keep. This is what you go to nobody. They don't go to nobody, but that's what she's going to be looking through. So this and that. And you guys still have the red folders up front? Yes. So I just go through those red folders up front. But that's everything that she's going to look for. Just a few Jesus is real. Yeah. I know the Lord is real to me. CPR first aid. Hey. Jesus is real. I know the Lord Come on now. Is real to me. Yes. Come on. Hey, guess what? Sometimes when I'm feeling low, nowhere to go. Jesus is a friend that I do not follow. Oh, Jesus is real. Can't tell me. I know too much about him. Okay? You know too much about him. I'm back, y'all, and we are right on track. Thank you for giving me that moment. For those of you all who are just coming in, I know you're like, what is she talking about? What is she singing about? What is going on here? Well, welcome to the Early Childhood Educator Circle Time. My name is Melody, and I just have your ear for just a little while longer. Just have your ear for a little while longer. I know you're like, where's she been at? She haven't sung to us in a minute. Where is the lady? Honey, the lady is out in the street. I'm not for the streets. I'm just saying I just been out in the streets, and just working, doing the best that I can. And so I want to welcome you when we are not here sharing and caring and giving wonderful information. We are, again, helping programs to become nationally accredited. And on tonight, we did have an opportunity to stop and to celebrate two programs that became and receive their national accreditation notification. So I'm still just a little, a little love high off of that, and the time that we shared on tonight, which is we share every Tuesday night, National Accreditation Accelerator. Those who are a part of this community that are looking to. She said, when will the CD be released? I know you heard that harmony, right? We didn't practice. But for those who meet me on Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we go over information in this guidebook. Those that are there, I'm providing full services for them because that's what they chose. But then there are other programs that say, hey, Miss Melody, I think that we can do it. We just need a little, we just need a little bit of the paperwork, because there are programs that do that. Some programs I come in for a little bit, let them know what's up, what they need to do, and then they're good to go. Some programs they like, girl, hold my hand, and guess what I'm gonna do? I am going to hold your hand. I've state one of our programs that became accredited last year. The owner came to me. He stated, and it has stuck with me in my heart. He said, Miss Melody, I know that you're not here to interfere, you're here to influence. So I'm gonna need your help. And that has just stuck with me ever since then, is that I know that I'm not there to tell you what to do, but I'm there to help you and guide you on how to achieve your national accreditation with a minimum effort. So give me about 15 more minutes. I'm letting you see exactly inside this book. So if you have not saved this video, save it. If you want to screenshot what I'm sharing with you tonight, that is completely fine. For those of you who want to purchase this guidebook, it is available on our website. But for those of you who are watching on tonight, it is available for you for an investment of $297. Now, just think about what takes a full 2-year process. Baby, you get it right here. And as a matter of fact, let me tell you something else. Let me tell you, in here, I had come to the other side, y'all. In here, it gives you basically what you need to do month by month. It gives you a full year of what you need to be doing month by month. So if I do it with you, you'll be good. But if you do it by yourself, you don't have to stick with this, but you know exactly what you need to be doing. And for those of you who get order this book in month 8, and you don't have to wait to month 8, but if you want to wait till month 8, it says schedule an early educators by design national accreditation training. That means that with your $297 investment, your staff and you get an opportunity to have training that is specific to your needs from us. Yes. So when I say that this investment is investing, your investment in purchasing this book is more valuable than any and everything. Honey, you're gonna get it all back. So let's go on. I said I'm not going to stay before you long. What you say, Commissioner? Did you develop that curriculum? What you talking about, Commissioner Bailey? Who thinks on the book? Who thinks this is? No, but it wasn't just me. It was my team. You see me, but there are people that are behind me that are helping gird what you see. There are people that have helped me to do this. But yes, honey, all of what they need. Come on. That's right. So into good ground. Exactly. You want a copy of this. This investment is well worth it. Just to have a training, a virtual training, your investment is more than $297. I would say that to you one more time. To have a virtual training, your investment is more than $297. So just imagine for $297, you not only get virtual trainings where I help you, but you got a guide to tell you exactly what you need to do. So that if you chose Macy, if you chose NECPA, if you chose NAFCC, if you choose any of them, baby, you good to go. So that lets you know that regardless of which program that you're on, you're right on track. So y'all, let's get back to what we were sharing just for tonight only. All right. So let me go back over here to it. Go and screenshot this. Go ahead and save this because this is one of the most crucial pieces to you becoming a nationally accredited program. Listen, just tonight alone, you got me, and you didn't have to invest anything but your time. And I appreciate that because your time and my time is valuable. So as we were talking before we got off, before that break, we were looking at what it is that you need to have in order for your staff, in order for your program to become accredited. Not each and every accreditation body going into this requires the same educational requirements. And so it is so important that you take this book and you look at what's going to be best for your business to help you get it. And remember that you can be accredited by more than one body, baby. Listen, there's no cap over your head that says that you got to stick or stay with one thing. Okay, zip it, mail, and stay focused. So, you got the screenshot? I hope you screenshot it. Main things that you're going to need to look at. Do you provide orientation for your team? I know I've been in this industry 20 years. Now, 20 plus years. Been in management for a number of years too. I'm admitted so that you don't have to. But there were times that, baby, I needed a warm body right then and there. There were times way back when. Because in my mind and in my head, I knew I was going to be working with that person after hours. But see, that's the problem. Not having a plan. It's a scripture, ancient text that says, write the vision, make it plain. This is a part of having something made plain for you so that you can take this and run with it so that you can compare what you're doing, not for just one accreditation body, but for all accreditation bodies. And one thing that everybody wants to know is, do you have orientation training? Do you have a staff and employee handbook? Do you have a parent or family handbook? Do you have SOPs? Do you have manuals? What and then also what's in your manual? Do you allow everybody and their cousin to get a child medication? Oh, let me come down your aisle tonight. Let me come down your aisle tonight. I'm gonna talk about you right now. I'm gonna talk about you right now. Put my hand behind my back. My chest is exposed so you can see. I'm talking about you. Have you documented that training? Or did you just say, okay, I'm just going to take this child, but the whole family using one medication bottle? See, with accreditation, they're going to be asking you, do you have a copy of the prescription? You see, as a high quality program, you would know that you would tell that parent that, hey, you tell your pharmacist that your child is in the child care. And that pharmacist is going to provide a medication that's going to stay at the school because it's going to come to your facility unopened. I have to say, enunciate. Facility is going to come to your facility unopened. All right. I felt myself. I had felt myself getting a little, because it's a story behind that. All right. The next thing that accreditations are going to want to know, specifically, I use one particular accreditation body. 91% of your staff needs to have first aid and CPR training. And you need to have somebody there all day. When we talked about accreditation training today, let me see if y'all are able to see my screen. Um, we talked about accreditation, and we said that you need to add professional development into your budget. And if you're not adding it into your budget, start. Start. Not just, oh, okay, team, you go on to the state website and take that training. Because let me be real with you, or let me go ahead and let you know that we know that your staff are just sitting right there clicking through the entire module. So you want to make sure that that staff training is appropriate. Baby, sweet cakes, honey bunch. Don't say that at during your verification visit. But please understand, we are service providers. Service providers meaning that we are taking care of people's children, and they're not like the fast food restaurant. Yes, admittedly, early childhood education, child care has been on the totem pole, the lower end of the totem pole. But you want to know why we've been on the lower end of the totem pole? Is because we're not advocating for ourselves and we're not advocating for the needs of our children. Yes, early childhood, the child care industry is a fairly young industry. We're barely, under 50 years old. So there are things such as with accreditation that we have to create a standard for. But as service providers, and though we may be overlooked, you cannot overlook the needs of a child. When it comes to CPR and first aid, you have to make sure that the toys and the food that you're feeding the children don't block the airways. Stop sitting up there taking that online training, talking about, oh, we took CPR and first aid. No, get somebody to come in. And here it is, a perk for ECE circle time is you're looking at a CPR first aid instructor. Come on, somebody. So there are no excuses. You can't say, oh, okay, mom, or I'm sorry, your child choked. Let me go to the back and give you another one. No, no, okay. I'm sorry, let me calm down. All right. Number three, required training for your teaching staff. As I said earlier, don't have the toddler teacher taking the preschool training unless she's going to transition, unless you're going to have some form of continuity of care. And when I say continuity of care, that means that the children and the teacher, they move together. So you have a continuity of care. This infant teacher is moving with the toddlers until his or her classroom, until they go to preschool. And then she goes back to the infant room and start all the way over again. Now, if you had her go all the way from infant room to preschool, more power to you. But if you have continuity of care in your program, that's what that means, that the teacher and the children are together. You've allowed them to create a community. So these are some of the trainings that all of the organizations are going to be looking at. Then you have training number 4 for those who are non-teaching staff and volunteers. The accreditation body is still going to look at them. It's still going to look at them. They're still going to want to know what they have done. Your training, your health and safety. Do they understand how to look at a child that may be lethargic? Do they understand how to look at a child that mom just said, oh, they so sleepy? No. I, ooh, kind of, I'm an infant and toddler specialist. And here, right along in my state, even as when I was a licensing um, person, the incidents and the things that happen with infants, like we have to take what we do seriously. This is one of the reasons why I talk about quality and pushing for national accreditation. Because when you just go get your license, the licensor, they are there for regulatory purposes. They're there only to make sure that you do what needs to keep the doors of the church open. They're not going into all of this extra details depending on which state. Because there are some states that they have their own accreditation and they acknowledge the national accreditation, like Maryland. That's one of the states that does. But do you have all of this? Are you ensuring that your teachers understand what to look for? We are professionals. We are professionals. And so we need to hold ourselves to that accountability. Number six, does everybody know what to do when the sugar honey iced tea hits the fan? That's the emergency and disaster preparedness procedures. Now it's a tornado outside, and you live in the middle of Tornado Alley, and you got somebody like Miss Melody that come from another state, and I don't know nothing. So me and all the rest of the children gonna fly away like Dorothy because you didn't train me, and now you gonna have Channel 6 News outside the center, and they gonna be asking you questions. Did Melody and the children know exactly where to go? And you gonna be sitting there looking silly. No, we didn't. We said it, we releasing balloons. No. As early childhood professionals, we have to be forward thinking, and that's what accreditation helps you to do. It helps you to think about those blind spots. It is about total quality improvement, not just paperwork, but also in the classroom. There's an accreditation body that requires number seven, just moving along so I can get on and go to bed because I got somewhere to be in the morning. But for leadership training, there's an accreditation body that each lead teacher has to have leadership development. I shared with the team on tonight for those who are accredited that as leaders, we need to be retraining our replacement. We have to position ourselves to work on the business and not in the business. If you're trying to run and do everything for accreditation and you're not looking to your team and you're not empowering them, you're going to be burnt out. You're going to achieve national accreditation and then more than half your team going to quit. Okay, stay focused, Melody. Stay focused. Number eight, with your training and development, do they know how to fill out the paperwork? Lord have mercy. I think I need to stop for a commercial break and come back. Let me pause, y'all, because I've been uh what you say, Commissioner Bailey. This is absolutely great. Thank you so much. Bring it all out. Commissioner Bailey, this I don't have no choice. I don't have a choice. I do not have a choice. I love what I do, but I also know that I've been commissioned to do this. And if I don't do this, I'm gonna have HE double hockey six to pay. And I, based off of my faith and my belief, honey, I done did enough. I done did enough. And so, number eight, have you even trained the staff on how to fill out the paperwork, how to fill out an incident report? I'm going to be very transparent with you. I had training on what to say because if you didn't realize, these incident reports, they become legal documents. And if you don't have this legal document together, you going to jail. You it's late. It's late, Melody. Let me hurry up. And what I mean by, saying, okay, you going to jail. because you're not writing incomplete sentences. These are not fully thought out items. You're not fully training. So you're not helping your team to understand when we're on a playground, that is not buddy talk time. That is 3 or 4 teachers zoned area. Okay, Miss May May, you're going to be watching all of the children over here in the slide area. You're responsible for the whole playground, but I need your eyes on that. All right, Mr. Corey, you're over here in the sandbox so we can make sure nobody's throwing extra sand. Like this training that you're sending your team through, being so clear and concise on what you want will help you stay out of court and out of jail. Like it's so serious. So y'all, this particular one down here at the bottom, this training log that is from NECPA, like NECPA, the National Early Childhood Program Accreditation. I like how they have their training, their teaching staff qualification log, where you can see what each and every person have done. You want to make sure that you have not only just for accreditation, but I'm trying to keep you from going to jail. You want to make sure that you are presenting yourself and your organization as a top tier organization. You know the staff names, you got their birth dates, you got their date of hire, you have all of this put together because when it comes time for your accreditation, this is what they're going to want to see. And especially if you're looking at receiving grants, if you're looking at competitive opportunities, you sit up here going to United Way talking about, I want the compassionate grant. We need $150,000. Give us the money for the $150,000, please. And when they say, let me see your P&L, let me see a staff file, you trying to pull it all together. How long this person been here, you don't know. Nobody, they're not gonna want to give you that money because they're saying you're not taking this serious. Being a nationally accredited program, being a top tier program, and again, I've always shared with you before, there are high quality programs that are not nationally accredited, but nationally accredited programs are high quality. So no, you don't have to be a nationally accredited program to prove that you're high quality. But if you're submitting information across somebody's desk and they look at the scope of your program and they see that you're nationally accredited, they're going to say, we know that this organization, this program will do what they need to do in order to get where they got to go. The accreditation is not just a seal, but it lets the people know on the receiving end that you are the real deal. And so then we have some post questions right here for you to go back. Like I like number 2. Reflect on the importance of ongoing professional development for different roles within your early childhood education program. How will you ensure that directors, administrators, lead teachers, and assistant teachers receive appropriate and timely training? So if you go back through, you can read the information, and if you need help with how to do it, Miss Melody, I need a little bit more help. Even with number 3, if you get the book, you got access. Come on now. Come on. Consider the sample individual training and continuing education report provided. Right here, the one from Nectar. How could implementing such a system benefit your program? And what challenges do you anticipate in maintaining and updating these records? Half of the challenges, you're trying to do it all. Half of the challenges, more than half of the challenges, you don't even know what to do. And this is why you need this guidebook. So I'm going to pause right here, y'all. I said I was going to stop. I wasn't going to be out here. I wasn't going to be out here long. What you say? Do not pass go. Don't take the $200 jail. Mrs. Buchanan, you know I'm serious. You know how serious I am about this. Early childhood education is important to me. It is important to me. We are a service provider. We are not like the fast food restaurants. If we mess up a person's child, we can't be like, okay, let me go get another let me go get another child off the grill. And we have to take our business serious because as a service provider, we're not like the light company. You can't bring your child to us for 30 days and then expect to pay me later. We need this money coming in order to continue to provide the service. And if the parents and the people are not paying you, it is a disconnect. And we need all of the money to connect. Come on. What a dollar's that? And you got to put your business as a priority. And the priority is making sure that you're doing everything possible for children, families, and communities to be safe, and that there is a difference because you are there. So, all right, y'all, I'm pausing for the cause. I appreciate your time. If there's anything that you need, you know where to find me. You know exactly where to find me. And so thank you so much. If you want more support, if you want just professional development training, definitely connect. I am here to support you. I'm not going anywhere. Thank y'all so much for being a part of this community and allowing me to share with you. If there's nothing else that you guys don't have, I'm looking to see if there was a question. If there's not a question, all is well. I shall see you on the rebound. God bless y'all. I'm in. You're not adding. Wait a minute. She said you're not adding anything before or after. I'm in.
Little boy, get your feet off the table. This ain't your mama house. Put your feet down on the floor and watch this movie. How was y'all day today at school? Y'all had a good day at school? You got homework on the first day of school? Really? Let me see. Little boy, how did you get suspended on the first day of school? Stealing out the teacher desk, phones out during class after the child was instructed to put the phone up and call the teacher a B word. Your mama gonna whoop your whole head. Little boy, take all them pencils and notebooks and papers and crayons and pencils and paper and pencils and paper, put it in your book bag. We don't need to see your school supplies. We know your mama went to Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Who mama that is coming in the door? Pam, come here. Hey Pam, Marcus, get your stuff. Your mama here. Pam, your child peeked in his pants again. No, we're not going outside. It's too hot outside. Y'all mama would kill us if she know y'all was going outside in this heat. Shut up and watch this TV.
Take up some space.
The iconic experience.
Iconic experience.
Iconic experience.
The iconic experience.
Iconic experience.
Iconic experience.
Hands-on, one-on-one, and I enjoyed the tours.
Phenomenal.
Very knowledgeable.
The information was impactful.
Turn a child care center into a child care empire.
Our first stop is going to be the in-home center, and in the in-home center, I want you guys to just see the journey, and I'm going to, when we get there, we're going to talk about how I chose that location.
$1 million building.
Every early childhood educator and childcare provider across the country were mandated reporters. That's one thing that National Accreditation looks into and want to make sure that we're being a voice for the voiceless. As an early childhood educator, we have to make sure that when we are serving children, we don't just say, oh, I didn't see that, or oh, I didn't know, but we take responsibility and accountability for what we do. Being an amplifier for early childhood education is standing up and saying what is right, even speaking to your colleagues or putting yourself in position to be a leader. You don't have to have a title to be a leader. As I talk about mastering accreditation.
Thank you, Miss Mel. She did it. Level 3. She will level you up. Hey, your money ready.
Contact me today. I would love to work with you for your facility, home, center, or ministry. Let's do it.